Hey, what's up you guys? It's your girl Cameron J, but not really. And today we're going to be filming a video about how to come up with video ideas. I'm so great. So today is your guys' first How To Tuesday, even though I'm not filming this on a Tuesday. So we're going to be starting with the video. So I'm sorry for making another voiceover clip over me talking because it looked really weird, so sorry. But basically the reason that I'm doing this video is because I want to give you guys ways to find ideas, but I don't want to give you the actual ideas because A, that's way too easy, but B, in seriousness, it's also because it makes it more genuine and it makes it more like presentable to your viewers so that your viewers can know how personal the video is and things like that. I just basically elaborated on this way too much, but yeah. And this is just basically a clip of me telling you that I have 3 main ideas for ways to get ideas for videos, and I will get into this later, but before I do, I have a tip for you guys that you should use whenever you have an idea. Whenever you're thinking about what you need for your YouTube video, write it down if an idea comes to mind. Even if you're literally in the grocery store buying like turnips, like the most inconvenient turnips ever in life, like if you think of an idea of like, I don't know, massive turnip haul or whatever, that'd be really weird, but like if you think of an idea, write it down, like drop the turnips, like you can get more turnips if you're at Costco. They probably have millions of turnips. Like write down these ideas because memory does not last forever, but I mean, unless you burn paper, like paper lasts forever, and like phones, like write it down in your phones that you remember. So that's just the first tip. So there we go. And now we're going to get into the 3 main things that I think, and there are going to be more, but these are the things that I've done so far to get my video ideas. Number 1, everyday objects. Find 5 everyday objects in your home, and if they can be random objects, it can literally be like my phone, my pencil, this paper, and like a few random other things. And you need to ask yourself questions like, how do these objects relate to your theme? Now, if you're like a storytime channel and then you pull up a blank piece of paper, like how is that going to be relevant to your story? Like that doesn't make any sense. So I mean, it's not about you, because it can be from anything, but like think about this blank piece of paper. What does this blank piece of paper really mean to you? Like get deep with yourself. Like, I mean, sure, it's a blank piece of paper, but like, what else do blank pieces of paper remind me of? Oh, they remind me of like getting paper cuts or whatever. And then like, all of a sudden this horror bloody nose story comes to your mind, So like, use items around your house to remind you of stuff that has happened to you if you're a storytime teller. And if you think that these items, even if you're not a storytime teller, like if you think that they don't relate, then think harder and ask yourself these more questions. Like, are there any DIYs related to these? Or is there any controversy related to this? I mean, sure, it's a blank piece of paper, but like if you wanted to have like a weird concepts video, Michelle Pilotti, but like if you wanted to have one of those types of videos, then it could be like a blank piece of paper and why that is important, like symbolism. I don't know, whatever type of videos you like to do. If you like to do hauls, then like maybe include some of these objects in your hauls or use them to remind you of other things that you can use in your hauls. Number 2, plagiarism, but not really. So you're not going to actually be plagiarizing anything because plagiarism is illegal, and I would highly, highly, highly not recommend that you do that because then it just causes problems. There's no, like, explanation of how it happens, but it causes problems. Don't do it. Bottom line. But what you can do is you can get inspiration from other sources. And these other sources can include reading newspapers, watching the news. And the reason that I say this first is because reading newspapers and watching the news, it's like you're keeping up with modern day things, and maybe people want to know what's happening with the modern day stuff, but they don't want to go to the whole, like, they don't want to go to CNN.com and, like, look stuff up, you know? Because, I mean, that's just too much work. If they're on YouTube right now and they don't want to switch, like, windows, then, like, they can just search through YouTube, like, what happened with the Paris whatever, or I don't know, like, what happened, and you can report the news, except you can do it in your own way, or you can talk about it in your own personal experience. Even if you weren't there, you can say, this is my opinion on this war, or this is my opinion on whatever, and there you go, there's that. And then the second part of it, and this is more of a plan, and this is more of something I have to explain, but subscribe to at least 4 YouTubers, 4 different YouTubers, and then take their videos, and every week say this YouTuber A, YouTuber B, YouTuber B, wait, YouTuber A, YouTuber B, YouTuber C, and YouTuber D. I'm dumb. Like, those 4 YouTubers, and then, like, rotate. Like, this week it's going to be YouTuber A that I'm taking the info from. This week it's going to be YouTuber B that I'm taking the info from. This week it's going to be, like, rotate. And then if YouTuber A is filming something that's, like, completely unrelated, if you want a story time, or if you want a haul, that's a better example. If you want a haul, and then this channel is filming, like, a gaming video, like, that's 2 completely different things. So how are you gonna find the concord of this Discord? What you're probably gonna want to do is you're probably gonna want to, like, understand what the game is about, and then see if any aspects of that game relate to your haul. And if you don't like that channel, and if they just don't relate to you at all, then don't subscribe to them. Honestly, just don't. So that's time saved, but find YouTubers that relate to you and what you want to do, and then base it off of that. Number 3 is sounds on iMovie. This one, I'm going to warn you, it's weird. So this involves iMovie. Now, if you do not have iMovie, you can disregard this, or you can use another video editing thing you have, or you can, like, go anywhere that has a bunch of sound effects available to you. You can even go on your phone. You can go, like, look through the phone things. Like, yeah, so, like, look through the sound effects. And you're probably gonna think, why would you want to look through the sound effects of iMovie and of your phone? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But it does, because you should look through the sounds and see which ones could go in what type of video. So, for example, there's this one alien sound, and I can't make sounds. I obviously can make sounds, but, like, I can't imitate sounds unless I've just heard it. So don't even ask. But imagine, like, the weird alien, like, humming noises. If that's the noise that you want to choose, then think about it. So think about how you're going to use that in your haul, in your story time, in your gaming thing, whatever. So this alien one is a really good example because my hair is messed up. Because it can have so many different platforms. It's a very general thing. That's why sounds are very general things, and they're very interpretive, so that you can have, like, leeway of what you want to do and, like, how you want to interpret it. Because it's a lot of stuff where it's, like, interpretation. Because you're not going to want to watch a video where it's, like, the same thing as 2 million other videos. You're going to want to watch something that's different. So that's why you got to interpret. So, for example, if you're interpreting this, like, weird alien sound, like I was saying, and if you're a blogger, then I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're a gamer, then, like, that Halo thing, that's a game, right? That Halo, my cousin plays it. It's like you shoot the aliens, like, yeah, that, like, talk about that. Or if you're a beauty and, like, makeup person, then, like do an alien face, you know? If you're a story time teller, tell a story time of, like, whether you have had an experience, or, like, whether a friend has had an experience with, like, extraterrestrial activity. Like just interpret, like, what does that remind you of, and what does that tell you to do? Like, people say that there's no signs of, like, whatever, and, like, no signs of anything telling you to do anything, and that, like, all of that stuff, but that's all up to interpretation. So, I mean, if you take that as a sign, then you take that as a sign. It just depends on what you've experienced and what you've lived through. So, in this case, you're going to want to take these things as signs in whatever way you can. It doesn't make a difference. And I know that I've not discounted, but like not included a lot of types of YouTubers, and I can't include all types. I've only included the ones that I am mainly interested in. Like conspiracy theory YouTubers, I'm interested in also. Like you could do a conspiracy theory on aliens. So I'm interested in that. I'm interested in like story times mainly and like things like that. Like I'm not really interested in like gaming. I mean like I know that they exist and like I know that they're popular, so that's why I mention them, but like I don't really know a lot about what they do. So if I was helpful to you, great. If I wasn't helpful to you, I'm really sorry. Please leave a comment telling me why I wasn't helpful to you, and just tell me how I could do better next time, or just leave a straight up hate comment, I guess. So, like, why not? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I make videos every 8 days. Today was a How-To Tuesday, and today's How-To Tuesday was how to come up with video ideas for YouTube. So, yeah, I have also filmed a Storytime Sunday and a Make It Yourself Monday, and I also have Wacky Wednesdays, Theory Thursdays, Makeup and Beauty Fridays, and Random Saturdays, and I upload every 8 days. So, like, imagine every week and then like one day, so that I rotate days. So, you know. Thanks, guys. Bye!